Welcome to the Trading Lounge and the Commodities Report. Now I'm going to have to move through this reasonably quickly because our local council in the Blue Mountains up in Blackheath here will be turning the power off in about 10-15 minutes for 6 hours, so I want to get through this as quickly as possible. I do have a generator as a backup, but I need to go out there and kick it up and so forth. So look, starting with gold here, I won't go into the bigger picture. We're still working this down here as a corrective pattern. That said, we still need to see wave 3 come into place, wave 4, and then wave 5 down here to complete that that scenario there. And just to drill into that a little bit through to here, the current blue wave from black wave 2 down to wave 3 here, black wave 3 should be here with 5 waves in it. 1, 2, 3, 38.2 retracement level for wave 4, down for wave 5, back for wave 4 again, and then down for wave 5. That'll be the completion of that. The copper market, no real change here. We're looking at a corrective rally here as wave 4. It's nearly complete so we're looking, well, it possibly can be complete here. It's not that we trade this particular commodity as such, but it has a strong bearing on the Australian dollar and also the materials sector for commodity dollars such as Australia and Canada. And yeah, we just need to see if this top is correct here, and this little pattern through here appears to be corrective, so we should see this soften here. So still a softening in the base metals. And also in Australia, as you know, we're into the second week of reporting. So we're going to see some drops on dividends there. The oil market, well, we're looking for a short trade, but we can't short it until we've got a retested resistance of the 50. It's as simple as that. The corrective pattern we've got from this wave 3 here is an A and a B and a C wave here for wave 4. Wave 4s can get complicated, but the other way that I would see this and look at this is that this is the actual low here. So this wave 3 could be here, and this would just be the A wave here, a B wave here, and a C wave higher up here for wave 4. I'm not quite sure about this, but it doesn't remove the fact of how we would go ahead and trade this as a short trade, because we know that it is a corrective rally. So in terms of shorting this, we would need a retested resistance. So if this market came down to here and then it would have a little retracement level here, then it would eventually move through here and kick back here, and this would be the reference point to short it at this point here, and any further retracements back here would be setups to short, and so on here. The little move up through here, if we viewed this as wave 1 down to here, wave 2 and wave 3 and 4 and 5 here, then we'd be looking at it like this here, down for 1 here in 5 waves, and then this move up here as an A and a B and a C wave here. We just wouldn't short it. I don't mind shorting above a large number like this, but we'd need a different wave count. Would need a different scenario occurring here, and it's just not here. So we do have to wait for it to be under 50 to short. And if support is found on top of 53, which is group 1, if that is the case, a tested support, then it's obviously going to be moving higher to 55 at that stage there. So don't short it above group 1, and never short it above pivot within group 1, which is number 2 here. So it could be, in this case it's 52, it could be 22 or 32 or 42, whatever, any group 2 pivot within group 1. Group 1 is 1, 2 and 3. 3 is always the top of group 1, and yeah, it's just not there yet. Simple as that. Now the grains are starting to shapen up quite nicely. As I mentioned yesterday, I still want to see the relationship with any moves up here in grains or soft commodities in relation to the US dollar. We want to see the US dollar index, once it gets above 95 and finds support, I want to see how much weight that will have on commodities, on these commodities. But as it stands, it's still looking good. So we've basically just been, well, it's not that we've been picking bottoms. It's just the fact that, you know, we came back from Christmas and we sort of knew that this was completing down to here, so it wasn't worth shorting. We don't particularly want to go long unless we can really confirm that the US dollar is not going to interrupt the flow of orders on the upside here. And also we want to see a nice impulse wave up here. Nice to get support on 1,000, and then we can trade for the longer term in that haul there. But I don't mind getting a small position in these markets below their largest numbers. But it would have to be such a small position just to have some skin in the game, which would draw our attention to managing the situation better. So in this particular case here, the move down, well, yes, well, there's probably some better markets to trade than the soybean right now, and corn has been triggered as such. But if I just drill into here, what we're actually lacking here, you know, we had the nice move up through to here. We're lacking a very clean, clear impulse wave to the upside. Support on this level here on 980 would flip the balance of power to the upside here, and that's fine to glean a small position at that point, but it needs to be supported on 980 at that stage. The wheat market, once again, it's daily low through here. We're looking for it to move to the upside, and it's doing that nicely at this stage. I'm just going to drill in a bit further here, and we'd been tracking. We had this first 5 waves up here, so we knew we'd get a second. Beyond that, we don't know, and until this unfolds here. Now, this can still be bearish here in down for 1 here, an A and a B and a C back here. We need that top taken out. As soon as that top's taken out, then we know that we're in the 5th wave here. But more importantly at that stage is that we would have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 here. Then we'll get an A and a B and a C, and then we'll get another 5 up. So after this correction here is what we'd be looking for to trade that particular market. Now, this is corn. It's a weekly chart, and we've just been triggered in at 391 on the weekly robo here. The stop will stay under this low here. We can move it up perhaps next week to more suitable position here, but that's what it looks like. That's been triggered. Now, in terms of the structure from this low here, and as I mentioned before, I've always liked the corn, and the simple reason is that its retracement down here was less than soybeans and wheat, meaning that it had more demand and stability in it. What we're seeing now from this low here, and what we were looking and hoping for, is a 5-wave structure to the upside, an impulse wave. So we've got 1, 2, 3, cross here for 4, and up for 5. Now this is kind of the same pattern as soybeans in here as well. All of this here, it's different but the same. We had the spike, but in the soybean spike was long in this particular one here, and this is bigger here as well. But they are the same patterns as such. So we are looking at 5 waves here. So we are looking at now of 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 up to here, an A and a B and a C, and then we'll be looking for another 5 up. So it's fine to go long here. Put the stop under the 372 for the time being. The coffee market, it's also making inroads to its move up now as well. We've been looking for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 here, done and dusted. We're looking for 5 waves in the last structure here. That's done and dusted, and we're looking for the impulse wave to the upside there, and we've got that. Bingo. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 here. So we can go long here also and put a stop under wave 2 low here. We may have to move it under later on down here in case we get a larger ABC. Let me just check on this for a moment. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, it should be okay actually. Yeah, it should be okay. Stop under here. We could move it if we wanted to a couple of points, if need be. Yeah, it's not that important. But anyway, that's looking good. The cotton market also looking good as well. Now we've got 5 waves moving to the upside as well. So the aim was to be long above 60 with a stop under this little spike here, so that can stay in play. We will be looking to add after we've got this ABC here. Now this ABC, that may not be like that. It may end up being across here more so. We're not quite sure yet, but when we get to that, we'll get to it. But wherever it is, then we will be looking to build long on top of the medium level here at 65. And its little structure to the upside. We've got up for 1, back for 2, we're looking for up for 3 yesterday, back for 4, we're looking up for 5 here. If I drill in here a little bit further here, we can see that we've got wave 3 here, wave 4, and then we're looking for wave 5 here, which will be just 5 waves up here, not going too far, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 up to here, and then the A, the B, and the C here, and then we can move up here. So essentially 63 is the top of group 1. We're looking for support there as well to trade to 65. We can get out at 65 and get back in too, by the way. The cocoa market, we're seeing London push up nice and strong here, really helping us with our A, B, and C correction here. This is quite exciting really, because once we get we'll get our 5-wave structure up here somewhere, and we'll get our correction across here, and then we'll be looking for support here as such, and we'll be looking to move a long way up from that point there, because of this accumulation across here will equal the distribution to the upside. So we're just looking for the right timing on this, but we'll probably go for the US market. It's not above its major level yet, like London. We might have a crack at London too, but let's just stay with this for the time being. We're looking for 5 waves up through to here. It's moving quite nicely now. So there's a couple of ways to count this initial little leg here, as I've mentioned before, but even so, even if we took this here from this low as 1 and 2 to here, then we'd be looking at this is 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5, so there'll still be 4 and 5. We'll be looking at that at minimum. Then there's this one here as well, so we can still have a 4th and a 5th here. They'll be looking something like that there. I'll track that out better tomorrow. I just want to get this posted today. Cheers.